Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now. Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the new episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 8, Episode 15. Let's get right into it.
Hey then, put my children back on the phone.
Mia said you are a gold digger.
Okay, so pretty good episode. We're still in the Dominican Republic. So the night before, when Giselle was talking about her daughter going to college, Candiace and Wendy were making looks. Okay, they were being shady. Let's keep it real. They were being shady. So Giselle and Robyn were talking about this with Mia. Somehow Wendy hears the conversation, so she goes up there and asks what was the conversation that was being had. They didn't want to say anything. They were silent, but Wendy kept pressing. So Robyn says, well, the conversation about Grace going to college, I feel like you and Candiace were making faces and just being disrespectful, whatever. So Wendy says that she would not come for anybody's child and wouldn't even want to say anything about Giselle's children in general because a few years ago, Giselle accused Wendy of giving Grace dirty looks, which is actually a really good point because now I'm thinking, well, Wendy, if you knew that, why even say anything to begin with back at the dinner? But anyway, as for Candiace, she says that it's nothing against Giselle's daughter. She actually wishes the best for Grace, but she doesn't like Giselle. So she's not interested in hearing anything that she has to say. Robyn then tells them that, later that night, the theme of the dinner is going to be Havana Nights. So it is later that night, and they're getting dressed. They got dressed with very shiny and revealing clothes. So then they have dinner. Everything was going well. But then the Grand Dame opens a can of worms. She wants Candiace and Robyn to address the elephant in the room, which is their friendship breakup, and if they can ever get to a place where they're back to being friends. So Robyn goes first. She says that Candiace thinks that she did nothing wrong, but Robyn feels like Candiace spread slander by saying that she plotted and schemed to hide the things about Juan and then attack Chris. She says to Candiace, she says, do you know that's defamation, right? Robyn says that Candiace was never put in anything. Robyn feels as if the Juan thing had zero to do with Candiace, so she shouldn't be feeling any type of way about it. Candiace, though, says that Robyn wants to be the victim. Ashley then asks Candiace if she still believes the things about Robyn that she had tweeted out months ago. And Candiace says that she doesn't know, and it really doesn't matter at this point. So there was no resolution. And I'm going to be honest, I really like Candiace. She's one of my favorites. But I think that she is refusing to see that the things that she said on Twitter hurt Robyn. It's almost as if Candiace wanted to pander to the social media fans, and I think the same thing could be said about Robyn. She's not acknowledging Candiace's feelings that what Giselle did really hurt her. So, I don't know, they really need to hear each other out because they're clearly not doing so. But then they bring out a cake for Ashley, and I found this interesting. So, Ashley was blowing her candle, and as she's doing that, she starts to say that, she celebrated 8 birthdays with the ladies, she's gone through the birth of her children, her divorce, and they were showing flashbacks as she was saying this. So I was just there thinking, are they hinting an Ashley exit after this season? Then they were able to have fun. They jumped into the pool, they danced. Fun times. The next morning, we see the ladies waking up, eating some breakfast, calling some loved ones. And Nneka was calling Iyke. He does travel medicine, so he's actually out right now. But that can be very challenging, especially her trying to conceive. Then Giselle and Karen have a talk, because Giselle wanted to talk to her. So Giselle tells Karen that she's really happy where they are, their friendship this season. But Giselle tells Karen that she feels that when Karen is around Wendy and Candiace, she changes. Giselle says, when are you going to rise up and call them out? Why didn't you tell them yesterday that children were off limits? And Karen got pretty upset. She said, as a mother, that would have been the chance for you to say it. But because Giselle refuses to utter any words with the other girls, these problems happen. Giselle says that she doesn't want to think that when Karen is with the others, she's going to be talking bad about her. Karen says that she doesn't, but they showed some flashbacks, and she definitely has. But Giselle says that she just wants Karen to see the other side when it comes to the things that the other two do. And Karen says, okay, she will be more aware of that. Then they hug. Giselle says that she would describe her and Karen's friendship as Brandy and Monica, and she's Brandy. Then they get ready to head out. It was hot. It was very hot. They go to some castle/church. They're walking around taking some pictures. There's a restaurant there. For some reason, there was a lot of cats all over the place. Ugh. So they're sitting at the table. Mia asks Karen, "So when are we gonna meet this trainer, girl?" So Karen shares information about this trainer. His name is Vermin Davis, an ex-football player. Apparently, Vermin can get around because Ashley knows him pretty well. So when they start asking Ashley how she knows him, she started blushing. She had to get up and go pee. Karen says that he's putting it down right with her. He's training her pretty well. Okay, so then Karen brings up what Giselle told her earlier, that she changes her vibe around Wendy and Candiace. Mia says that she agrees. She says that when Karen is without Wendy and Candiace, she's more fun, but when she's around them, she becomes meaner. Kriana says that as an outsider, she can see the huge disconnect, like the huge crack from miles away when it comes to Candiace and Giselle. So Wendy says that it's deep because Candiace and Robyn used to be real friends, and Wendy says her and Giselle used to be real friends as well. So I guess her point was that it hurts more when you actually had a friendship and then you fall off. What does Giselle say? Well, she stays quiet. She says nothing, which is really annoying. Like, if you're gonna fight with someone, at least fight them. Don't just sit there and refuse to talk to them. Then they split up for some activities. They have tennis, and Candiace, Karen, me, and Wendy go to play some tennis. To be honest, it was so hot. They didn't even want to play. They played for like 5 minutes. But then they're talking, and Mia asks them, what do they think about Ashley divorcing Michael? Because Mia says that she feels like Ashley is not getting a divorce because she doesn't want to lose the money. But they actually had a pretty interesting conversation, the four of them, about divorce and how their parents and how that can affect things. Also, Mia said that she used to get money from men who would just see her feet. Listen, Mia has the craziest stories. But then the other group, Nneka, Giselle, Robyn, and Ashley, and Kriana, go shoot some rifles. They were like throwing something and then you had to hit it with the rifle. So they're doing that, but they're also talking. So the Green Eye Bandits are interrogating Kriana, asking if Wendy said anything about the group. Like, did she say bad things about the people in there? She said no, but of course the thing with Nneka was something significant going on with Wendy whenever Kriana came. Kriana says that she feels like someone should apologize and then move forward. And Nneka asks, well, have you told her that? Kriana says, well, I thought that she was the one that was offended. And Nneka says, have I not been saying that I've been offended this whole time? Then they start to fight about what else is going on, who's stirring the pot. Kriana says, I stirred it, I stewed it, and I got off of it. Huh? Listen, I don't know what that was about. Didn't make sense at all. Giselle continues to press Ashley about Vermin, but Ashley keeps blushing and laughing and doesn't want to answer. And she also goes through her Instagram DMs that she has with him, and it was a lot of messages. Then they get back to the house, all the group, and it was interesting. Candiace was having a FaceTime call with her kids, right? Michael was taking care of them, but as soon as Michael saw that there were cameras around, he turned that phone camera off and refused to open it up again. Dang. Moving forward, they get ready for dinner. They are all saying that Robyn is doing a great job hosting the trip. It's the last night, so they go to a restaurant. Nneka asks at the restaurant how was tennis, and Wendy and Candiace right away say, well, it was good, but we talked about Ashley's divorce. Wendy says Mia is in the position that she thinks that you, Ashley, are a gold digger. But y'all know Mia owns up to anything, so she says, I do. Mia says that last year, Ashley was TikToking and showing it all, but she stopped. She continues to say, I think you married Michael and you're staying with him because of the money. Ashley says, well, did you marry Gordon for his money? Mia says, I might have, but I'm not getting a divorce right now. So this led to some other questions to be asked about what does Michael contribute to, which obviously he still contributes to a lot. It's not like Ashley is broke and has no money, but she still uses his money. Child, come on now. Giselle says, well, when we were skeet shooting, we were discussing, we still think that it's really weird that Karen is being trained by a man who is an ex-football player. And Karen says, well, I'm actually in pretty good shape for being 60. Robyn says, well, are you trying to work out for your shape or your health? Like, what is it? Which was very out of pocket, not nice to question somebody's health conditions like that. Karen says that she can do whatever she wants. But I was just like, why are Giselle and Robyn so triggered by what trainer Karen has? Like, it's not really that big of a deal. Karen says that she just wants to work on her inner thighs. And then the girls break out into singing. So you see, they can have fun. This group, it is possible for them to have fun. So that was the end of the Potomac trip to La República Dominicana. Next week, Charrisse is going to have seafood boil, and it looks like things are gonna get crazy. She's gonna bring Jacqueline over, so I can't wait for that. But yeah, you guys, this episode, I liked it. I actually did enjoy it. But what were y'all's opinions about this episode? Let me know. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. You have a great one. Bye.